March 13th, 2021, and we're here doing the live chat, the live sewing chat. Forgot to put the power in, so let me jostle you guys around for a minute. Sorry. And looks a little cloudy. Gonna have to clean you guys off. Yep, much better. I just put lotion on my hand, so I probably got a grease spot. Much better. So yes, we're here with the sewing chat on Saturday, and we'll be here till 9 p.m. for 2 hours. I do have a few things that came in the mail. We'll talk about those. Some blocks came in. Trying to get my phone on the other side. Hold on, guys. I'm not ready today. Goodness gracious. All right. Hopefully, everybody has had a great week. Everything's going great. I'm really not in the mood to sew, but I'm here anyway. It's been a long, long week for me. But sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. I was rebooting my phone and my iPad before I came live, just trying to make sure we don't have any technical difficulties on my behalf. Okay. Almost there, guys. Whew. Have it open and then close it. Okay, I'm going to the top. We're going to start reading the comments in the chat box. We've got Maddie Barnum says, hi, T and everyone. T, got my package. So happy. Thank you. I'm glad. I got 2 other messages today that people got their packages. So sending stuff priority mail makes a big difference, I think, in as far as them trying to keep track of it a little better than just first class mail. For some reason, this week was a great week to mail with the United States Postal Service. I got mail also from somebody that mailed yesterday, but they were also on the other side of the state of Missouri, but it also came today. So some things are looking up, or even just using priority mail is the big issue. So something is working. Damali J is here, says hi, T and quilters. I hope everyone had a safe and pleasant week. The weather is getting warmer in the 50s in Maryland. Yes. Diana Grant says happy Saturday, T, and all my fellow T quilters. Hi, Diana. I'm about to sell your kit, Diana, because I've sent you an invoice through PayPal. And I've also, I think I responded to email, and I haven't heard from you. And I got, I'm going to announce it tonight. So let me know if you want your kit by the time I get through the bottom of this chat. Carol Green says, hi, T and everyone. Hi to Carol. Melissa LePage says, am I late? What did I miss? Absolutely nothing. Me fumbling around, not ready. But I didn't want to start the live late. Judy Smith says, hi, T and all from North Carolina. Darcy Savali is here. She says, hi, T and all quilters. T, I got my package and I love it. I almost read the whole book. Oh, my God. And we'll talk about that because somebody else asked me about the book, and I'm hoping that they'll be in here tonight. But I did bring everything back in just so people will know what's going on. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to have available because I sold out of my first order, and I placed a second order, and I may or may not be sold out. We'll see. She's also saying, remember to give T a thumbs up, everyone. I was excited about my package. Forgot to stick that in my message. That is funny. Deborah Quilts is here. Hi, Deborah. She says, hi, T and all fellow quilters. Working on my New York beauty blocks. Putting the top together. Listening to Kenny. Yes, that's Kenny G. Dorsey says, talking to Melissa, says, T don't come on to 9 Central Standard Time. That's right. Robin Boyd's here. Hi, Robin. She says, good evening, Miss T and everyone. And Robin posted in Facebook group, she's already started sewing some of her Drunkard's Path pieces together. So I think she's the first to actually get started on it. I had somebody else that told me their package came, but they were trying not to put it ahead of other projects they had to do. So that was really cool too. Kevin the Quilter is here. Hey, Kevin, hey. He says, hey, you, Miss T, and all Teaquilters. Don't forget to spring forward tonight. Yes, that's another thing. Gonna lose an hour. I don't have an hour to lose. Jill Thomas says hello to everybody. Let's see. Vivian Calvi says hi, T, and everyone. Bonita Nance is here saying hello, everyone, and Miss T. Teresa McCormick's also here saying hello, T and T Quilters. Glad to be with you. Deanna J says hi, T and T Quilters. Darlene Crosby. Hello, T and everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Trying to skip where you all are talking to each other. Jill also says hi, T. Tom Eckery is here. Hey, Tom. Tom's been missing our Wednesday nights. I don't know if you all have noticed. I just been kind of not letting you all be aware, but he's having fun on Wednesday nights. He says, hey, TNT Quilters, get that Scrappy Queen a big thumbs up. Yes. Sheila Willis is here saying good evening, T, and all quilters. Jackie K says good evening, T, and quilting friends. Tiffany's Quilting Life is here, says hello, T. Hello, T and friends. And hello to Tiffany and Scott as well. Mazarata says hello from Jersey. Quilting Beauty and Books, which I think is Stephanie, says, hey, T and fellow quilters, how are you all doing? Roberta says, hi, T and T Quilters, just bought my first Bernina today. Yes. That's pretty cool. Let us know what you got, Roberta. C-Rex says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is healthy. Judy Plaster also says hello. Patricia Coluccio says, hey, T and everyone. Hey, Patricia, welcome to the live. And Stephanie says, congratulations to Roberta. We bought our son his first car today. Now, that's exciting. Teresa says, T, that is a great color on you, and the sparkling gold ladder is fabulous. Thank you. I hope your son enjoys his car, Darcy. Vicky Lemire is here saying hello. Hello, Vicky. C-Rex says, I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't had any problems getting mail. That's great. I'm also having some sinus issues going on, and I'm trying to, I think I just took everything. I think I took the sinus pill, and I know I took the Flonase, so I got that. But Doris O, and it just came like 10 minutes ago. So Doris O says, hello, TNT Quilters. Hope everyone is having a great evening. June Hansen is here, says, hi, T and everyone. June, let me know how you're going to pay for your package as well. I don't think your invoice was paid either. Tiffany says, I am making myself some scrambled eggs and tater tots and a pack of bacon. That girl knows she loves some bacon. Carla Ford's here. Waving says, hello, T and everyone. Glad to be here. Yes. Arlene Butler is here. She says, hi, T and family quilters. Arlene says, I hope all is doing well and staying safe. My brother Ray is here. He says, hey, sis and everyone. Hope everyone's staying safe. I'll be with you for about an hour, but it's daylight savings times. I got to go to bed. That's right. I think it's going to be probably a lot less people in here tonight as it gets later. I think 9 o'clock is late for a lot of people. And when I was working especially, it was like I definitely didn't go to bed until like at least midnight when I was working trying to get my sewing in and stuff. Uh-oh, I forgot about I got this mic up here. Let's see. Lisa Pegg said, yay, I made it. Virgie says, hello, T and everyone. Betsy says, hello, T and all. Janice Miller says, good evening, T and T Quilters. Emily Hannon, which I think is a new name. Welcome to the channel, Emily. She says, hello from New Mexico. I am so excited to watch this evening. Well, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you'll subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. And also hit that notification bell to any new people watching. Let's see. T, what's the long arm update? I don't have a long arm update except that my parts arrived. I have been working on doing those kits and packaging items all week. It took me 2 days of cutting to cut 72 yards of Drunkard's Path blocks. And then it took me 1 day to sort all of the pieces. And then, so that was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I had an appointment where I was meeting with some friends. I was meeting with some friends. I had 2 friends I met with. I'm one of those people that are very specific. If I say friend and other people are there, then I only had 1 friend. But this time I did have more than 1 friend. And I got some stuff going on. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But I'm also assisting a friend with some stuff. So, and me and another friend are assisting this friend. So, yeah, been busy. So I had a meeting on Wednesday. I also started mailing on Wednesday even though I got home late trying to beat the priority mail time slot. Every post office has a time when their priority mail gets picked up to be shipped to the main distribution center, so it goes out that evening. It doesn't mean that your mail won't go out, but it's just going to be the next day. So I try to get my stuff into the post office before the cutoff time of the day. But they don't close for another 4 hours. So I just like getting my stuff in so it can get moving on day 1. So I did only 6 packages on Wednesday, but then I did 14 and 16 and some other, I did some today. I can't remember what I did today. But so I've been packaging up stuff, and now I'm just waiting on more product to come in. I got all my final orders that are paid anyway. All of my final paid orders that I'm missing a piece, I've got them all packaged, ready to go. Just need the missing piece so I can get those into the mail, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. So that's my long arm update, is that I got the parts and I haven't done anything because I've been busy. I haven't had much sleep this week either, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to go live tonight. And Tiffany says, Scott says, hey there, darling. That is funny. Roberta says she got the 535 with the embroidery accessories. Well, congratulations. That is really awesome. Judy is here saying hello, T and everyone. Hello to you. Leetta Bryant. That's my friend I was with, who she and I are helping another friend. So she says hi, T and T Quilter. So she did make it in here tonight. June Hansen says it's coming. Okay, so she must have done mail. Okay. And that's what I don't know, because I know some of my regular customers, some of them send me checks. And so I wasn't sure, and I didn't get a response. I would have already mailed your package if I'd known it was coming by mail. Jackie K, if it's coming by, if you're paying through PayPal, I can't pre-ship your stuff most times because of the way they got it all set up for me, and then I have to go in and start doing manual stuff. So it's just easier for me to, if you're paying through PayPal, for me to wait to ship. On other people that are sending me checks that have been doing business with me for years, I just go ahead and pre-ship their stuff. And even those that haven't been doing business with me for years, those that are always in my chat, if I know your name, then I'll go ahead and ship your package and just wait for your check. Jackie K says, I bought a new to me Janome DC 3050 for traveling to retreats and workshops. Whenever we can go back to them, I'll be ready. Yes. We got a retreat that's scheduled for May, and we got to discuss what we're going to do about that. It's a small group, and we could social distance, but we need to still discuss it, because I think we may end up losing our deposit this time if we don't do it. They rescheduled for us from last year, but I don't know if they'll do it again. But George Rockamore is here. Say, hey, to my quilting family. Hey, Joyce. Betty Pumpy is here. She says, hello, T and T Quilters from Richmond, Virginia. Finally figured out how to get on the live. Yes, she was on the wrong video last time trying to comment on the live. So I'm making sure that I say Betty's name so she knows she's here with us tonight. So welcome to the first live. Betty has been here. She's even placed an order, but she just couldn't figure out how to get to the live portion. Hi, T and everyone from Maryland. The daffodils and crocuses are up. I'm trying to get through some of these. Laughing out loud, Tiffany, didn't you have that Wednesday talking about Tiffany's meal? And then Vicky is also saying, can we have some prayers for Diane 57, that she's not feeling well? So prayers out to Diane 57, hoping everything's going well with her. Quilt Gals here says, hubby turned up all 20 clocks in the house, so I thought I might miss you guys tonight. That is funny. Leela says, good evening, T and everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Judy is sending prayers, so it's Darcy for Diane. Phyllis G says, hi, TNT Quilters. Prayer, everyone is well. Doris O says, congratulations to Roberta. Kathleen Champ says, howdy, y'all. T and friends, and I'm getting congested. I'm just hoping I took this medicine. And I didn't lay the pills down somewhere. You know how we do that. Think we took something, and then a couple days later you find the pill somewhere else. T, I love seeing you at retreats and dancing. Oh, thank you. I do miss retreats, and I miss the quilt shows, in all honesty. I eat breakfast for dinner often and a pack of bacon a week. And I actually have bacon and eggs and toast that my husband cooked. That's one of the few meals that he can cook. So that was really good. I didn't have to cook today. So let's get started with the stuff. Let's start with mail. I got a package last week where Erling Butler sent 2 blocks for Mario. And then I have one from Regina. So what I have done is I've kind of got both of these, and I want to put these together because I have a feeling that Judy Plaster also is sending me mail from Palomar, California. And I think it might be some blocks. I'm not sure, but let's open it up and see. Just need some paper scissors here. Okay, hello T. Or some blocks for Mario. She sent 6 of them, so that's great. Something about me. I drove school bus for 8, same school for 35 years. That's pretty cool. She says I work with 3-year-olds to 16-year-olds with special needs on my bus for 15 years, some with wheelchairs. Take a lot of patience. She says I am now a substitute driver for our junior college. And she says we are at the base of the Feather River Canyon. And she says I live in the same country that the campfire was in 2 years ago in, I don't know what that is. I can't read it. Some part of California. I don't know if it's Palomar, she's saying again. She says we have one of the largest earth-filled dams, Oroville Dams. So that's pretty cool. And she's giving me some other stuff on here that I'm not going to read. So, but that's pretty cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got at least 10 blocks going back to Mario. So that's pretty cool. So thank you so much. So this is where Judy has signed one of them. And I do like that if you are donating the blocks for you to go ahead and sign one of them. If not, I'll make sure I put your name on one. Whether you're participating in the swap or not, you made the block, so you should be in the quilt. Oh, I wanted to show you more. I got a short attention span today. I need sleep, guys. I at least wanted to show you 3 of them. I showed 3 of everybody's blocks. And then this one. Some very pretty fabrics, like her colorings. So thank you so much, Judy, for doing that for Mario. I do need to contact him because it's been a little while since I've heard from him. And just want to make sure we can check up on him, make sure he's doing self-care as well. When you're taking care of loved ones, we tend to forget about ourselves. So I'm just going to take everything and put it into the bigger bag. And appreciate you all doing that for him so he can participate some kind of way in the actual swap. Tom says, Kevin must be busy folding fabric. That's funny. Joan Elkins is here saying hi, T and Quilters. Or T and everyone. Sharon Lewis says hi, T and Quilters. Kevin says, it's hard to sew in chat. Laughing out loud. I'm sewing 200 blocks together while using my very sturdy foot pedal. Laughing out loud. Yes. The foot pedal stopper. Dorothy says, I love the foot pedal that we ordered from T. And Kayla came in and says, hello, I received my blocks and working on them while I watch the chat. So that's 2 people that are sewing on their blocks already. And Kayla fast, honey. She can whip out some quilts. Carol Green says, pretty blocks. Thank you, Carol. And Tom says, I can't wait to receive my sturdy foot pedal. You all are something else. We got one more package of blocks. I haven't seen her in the chat yet, but maybe she's here watching on television. I've got Erica Peterson's block of Nevada, Missouri. So we want to open that one up. What is so funny is every post office has different stuff. Like, I don't even see this envelope at our post office here. This one here is like it says that it's a flat rate envelope, but it's padded. I don't see these. All I see in ours are cardboard ones. So this is pretty interesting. So she's got her blocks in a bag. So let's start with that. She even put a return one in here because she knew I didn't have it. We've been chatting on the phone a little bit. So let's see what she's saying. She's got her envelope here. She's got her 15 plus 45 for the wood press. So she's got a check in here. She bought something else. And she's got her return information and email. So I can let her know her blocks officially are here. And then her check for both of those items for the swap fee. And also, while we're doing fees for swap, that is what it is a fee for swap. $15 may not necessarily go to all of your shipping, but when I'm doing bulk shipping and I've got people from all over participating, like all over the USA, it costs less for me to ship to Missouri than it does if I'm shipping to California. And so when I'm setting up a swap, I'm trying to make it so that, hold on guys, I'm trying to make it so that I'm not coming out $2 per every swapper short when it comes to postage and handling. So I had to just come up with some arbitrary fee because last time blocks were costing around $13 to mail back. And I then have to buy labels so I can do all the packaging at home because I'm not going to stand in line at the post office and do all of this at the post office. It's just quicker for me to do all the stuff at home. I have one scan sheet. They scan it, and then all of my packages are scanned into the office. So when I get in line, I'm not up at that counter for a half hour trying to get everybody's block scanned through. They just scan one sheet, and they just take my box of packages. So it's a little bit different when you're dealing with things on a business perspective. I have a lot more expenses, and sometimes I can use the post office packaging, especially if it's flat rate. But I found that if it's sometimes it's cheaper for me to use my own packaging because if I'm using a box, like a mailing box or something like that, it ends up being heavier and costing me more money. So it just depends on it. So all of your funds may or may not be going to shipping your package, but it might help ship somebody else's package. And it also goes to other incidental expenses that I incur. I have to drive to Kevin's house. That's an hour and a half out and back, or about an hour, 15 minutes out and back. So that's a tank of gas. You know, that's an expense for me because I don't have space here to do this. I could do it out on my deck, but I can't control the wind. I can't control the weather. So certain things, it's not just what it costs for you to mail a package and I don't have your extra funds in my pocket, okay? So just want to say that because I did get that response. You can decide whether you want to participate or not in something. You know, you're an adult. I can't make you do anything. So here is Erica's first block. She's got 3 different sets. She like used the same fabrics, but then she mixed them around. I like that. It's kind of like what I did with some of mine. Kind of mixed them around a little bit. Trying to hold it still. My hand-eye coordination is not working very well. And this one is my favorite. I like the busy print background ones for some reason. Okay, so those are her blocks. Again, I have not been counting anybody's blocks. I've just been telling people that your blocks have been received. And that's about all that I'm going to do, because I'll just handle all of that at the time, because I've got way too much going on to be dealing with the particulars right now. I don't know what I did with her white envelope. I probably put it back in. I did. So, I can't remember what number Erica is. I still got some people that are on the list to bring them in. So I'll update the list on Wednesday. Let you know what the final count is. Kevin, we probably will have to make about 3 or 4 more blocks if we want to. I think I'm going to do the cutoff date of the 15th. If I don't know your blocks are coming by March 15th, I'm not making you a block. I'm so sorry. But I got too much going on that I can't just spend the rest of the month waiting for people. I've asked for people to let me know if you are going to participate in a swap so that I can save your stuff. So let me go through here. Claudette Bettis came in, says, hello, teen everyone. I'm at the bottom. Bonita says, it's shipping and handling. And that's exact. You know, I tape stuff up because I've had somebody showed me a picture once when I mailed them something and I didn't tape like crazy. It came out of the package, they said, and I believe them. I'm just telling you what they said. I have no proof if it's true or not, but the envelope was delivered with an empty envelope and the stuff was missing from the inside. So when that happened and I had to reimburse money because what they bought I didn't have anymore, so I had to reimburse money. And when stuff happens to me, I use it as a learning experience. I never take it personal. And so I just said, from now on, I'm going to tape the crap out of stuff. So when you all get packages from me, they're not the prettiest looking packages. And Bonita is also as like me too. When she sends stuff, her stuff is well packaged. We're going to make sure that what we send to you is not going to be our fault that you didn't get it. And I see Darcy has sent a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Darcy. That's really sweet of you. And Virgie says, waiting for the postman. That is too funny. Tiffany says, some quilts I send end up cheaper in my own box too. And it's weird. It's like, as a person, and people don't realize how much time we spend trying to figure out how to send your package the cheapest way. I go through so many things. I'm packaging stuff different ways because when they tell me something's going to cost me $30 to send, then I try to go see if I can use a different box. If I can, like, I put a whole bed quilt inside of a medium flat rate box. It may not be the prettiest thing when you open it, but it's fabric. It's going to fluff back out. It's been quilted. It's got batting in it. It'll fluff out. Just put it on the bed for a few days. Because I have to try to make it so that it is the cheapest way that I can send it, but still get it closed and get it taped up really good. So that's what's going on. Let me go back up because I think I've missed some comments. I know that some people came in. I think I said Sharon. Let me go back and see if I can find where I left off. I didn't mark my time when I got ready to read. Dorothy says, I still have to learn how to sew that curved line, but I'm still very excited. That's funny. Ellie Scrapper says, T, I did get a notice from PayPal with my invoice number, but no package yet. So hopefully it'll be coming. Like I said, the first day I mailed was Wednesday, and I only mailed 6 packages on Wednesday. So I was surprised that some people that I mailed stuff to on Thursday, they got it today. A couple people, one person got their package yesterday. It was kind of weird. Joanne Parker says, good evening, T and everyone. I pray all is well for you today. Virgie says, we eat breakfast any time of the day and night. Exactly. I actually like pancakes because of the syrup being so sweet. I like it like midday or later. I don't like it like first thing in the morning. It kind of upsets my stomach. Shaquita Pearson is here. Hey, girl. Very nice. Virgie waiting. I think I read all the other stuff. Teresa says, T, you're charging a fair price. All that is involved that we don't see is also time consuming. We appreciate you. Yes, I understand that, but a lot of people don't understand that. It's amazing that we as quilters want to be paid for our services, but then when somebody else is providing the services, even if it's another quilter, we don't seem to understand that. You know, and there's so many things that I could be doing in a day. For like me spending, I've had a couple of people tell me that my kits were too high. And, you know, I spent 2 full days cutting those kits, and I also spent another day sorting those kits. And it's like, what do you mean? I'm providing the fabric. I am, it's already cut for you, and I even put in a template in case you need to add a couple more blocks or you don't like a particular fabric or something. You got something you can trace around and scissor cut. So, you know, it's just everybody has a different perspective, and, you know, I get it. And so I have to come on live when I get comments, because if somebody else is thinking that, I'm sure that there are probably 10 others that got that same thought. But, you know, that's just how it is. But I do know that the majority of you all do appreciate what I do. And Vicky says, yep, that happened to Tiffany. Melissa says, we don't begrudge your handling charge, T. That's a very reasonable fee. And that's the other thing, too. Even with the stuff that I got, remember that this stuff was shipped to me. And I've spent about $85 so far that I can see, because I got another order coming, for her to ship those items to me. It's like they're heavy. And it was all came UPS because I didn't want it shipped to the United States Postal Service because I wanted to make sure I got it. And so, you know, I had to pay $85 in shipping. So I have to like write some of that cost off. Otherwise, I don't have any reason for doing what I do. Otherwise, it's like, I can't do it. So, you know, it's not just about your one package. It's about the whole deal. Thank you, Melissa. She just sent $5 too. Thank you. My screen jumped again. Hold on. Dorothy says, T, thank you for having these items. Yes, and that's the other thing. I kind of already know when I show you all certain things that I probably need to go ahead and talk a little bit further, because it was so funny, because me and Kevin on this shop hop, and I'm telling him when we in the car, I ain't buying nothing. And then I get in there and I'm still saying, I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying anything. And then I looked at the table and I go, this really is a great idea. And I think people will like it. And then so I have to change. And so then I start buying it so that I can present it. And it's pretty cool, because sometimes people will just say, if you're going to do that, they'll give it to me for free. And what I do is I give them my business card just for future information for you all. If somebody ever give me anything for free and they really don't know who I am or what I do, I just give them my business card and tell them, if I don't sell X number of products for you, you got my contact information and you can bill me. And I will pay for what you gave me for free. And so I paid for some stuff, and then she was adamant about giving me some stuff for free. So that's just kind of how I do business, because I don't want to walk out of anybody's establishment and them feeling like, I don't even know if that girl's going to do anything for us. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I work. I want to be fair on both sides. I try to treat business owners, especially small business owners, how I want to be treated as a business owner. So. Janice Miller's laughing. She says, I laugh when I got my package quite secured. You got that right. I taped the crap out of them, out of this stuff. That is funny. Remo says, good evening from Fairborn, Ohio. Hello, hello. She's on the move. Joan Elkin says, mine's is coming Tuesday. Can't wait. That's pretty cool. Damali says, Miss T, thank you for giving us some behind-the-scene expenses and shipping and handling. I'm grateful for your honesty. Yes, so you're more than welcome. I try to be fair, but I know that there's been a lot of times that I've shipped stuff out at my cost. And this is something new that's, I could have sent some packages that were under £1. I could have sent just regular parcel mail, and you could have spent maybe $5, $6. But what's that package going to get to you? Or was it going to get lost? And then if you've got an item in there that's going to cost me, if you don't get it, because I got to give you your money back, it's going to end up costing me more than what the shipping would have cost. So that's why the shipping on this orders were different. EJ's daughter is here saying hello to everyone. Hello and welcome back. Carla Wilson also says good evening. Not sure if Carla's been here before, but if not, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you coming. And Tiffany is also welcoming all the new people joining. Larissa says, I really wanted to be in this swap. I even purchased all the fabrics before it, but life happened and I realized I wasn't going to be able to be a part. But I love seeing all of y'all blocks come in. They look good. Oh, Darcy says, plus stickers and pins. Now, she's got plural on hers. Some of you all only got one pin and some of you all only got one stickers. It depended on how much product you ordered, what I put into your thing. So if you ordered, I'm not going to even say, I was fair, just put it that way. But if your order was substantial compared to other orders, then I made sure that I put a couple of pins because ink does wear out, and I've been having some people telling me that they pull my stickers off the packaging. So I decided to go ahead and start putting some stickers in some of my orders this year. Now, I don't know if I'm going to, I started doing this in 2020 where I've been giving people pins in every order, but I don't know if I'm going to continue that the entire 2021. It is quite expensive when I have to order pins. But since I wasn't doing any local guild stuff, I decided the pins that I normally give when I go out to guilds and they do orders, I decided to go ahead and do them with my online orders. But we'll see how long I can do that. Again, another business expense. Stickers and pins, you know. Stuff costs money and it's not free to me, so. Tiffany's also saying don't forget to give T a thumbs up. Jackie K says, T, I sent you 2 blocks for Mario, and tracking says it's in Chicago with delivery supposed to be the 19th. Okay, thank you so much. And she says, fingers crossed. Also, the parcel you sent me is already at customs. Now, that is awesome. Jackie is in Canada, and she ordered. And I also had someone from the UK order as well. So I try to, when they pay their invoices, I try to get their stuff right in the mail so that it's, you know, when it get held up, it's held up at customs. It's not held up on the USA side of the issue. Virgie says, I ordered an item for $12 and the shipping and handling was almost the same price plus tax. Cheaper than me driving there or trying to find local. Sometimes that's true. And the problem with this one was that because the petals were heavy. So that was my other issue. People that ordered both sizes, those packages were really heavy. So it just depends on what you're ordering. And Carol says, yes, you appreciate it. I'm not buying anything. 27 bolts of fabric on your card later. Wink. I don't know if he's talking to me, but it was 72 yards for just the, I bought over 72 yards for the Drunkard's Path. So I got a whole lot of yardage of fabric that day. But it was fun. I hadn't shopped like that in a long time. Thank you, Tiffany, for posting the Facebook link. Miss Boo Hill says, hello, T from Memphis. Hello, welcome to the channel. Kevin says, Miss T plus fabric shop equals fun for all. Yes, and it's like, Kevin, he just laughs at me because I start shopping, and first I'm shopping for myself, and so I'm real selective in what I get because I don't need absolutely a thing. And then it was like, you know, They really like the Drunkard's Path kit. So I'm just going to shop for that. And then my cart just exploded. It was kind of funny. And I said, even if it doesn't sell, it'll be all right. But it did end up selling, so that was good. See, it doesn't matter. Let them say they are high, because there is a lot of people charging more than you. You can trust me on that, because I shop and spend every day. Laughing out loud. That is funny. Tiffany is on it. Yay. That's from Melissa. Yes, she is. Tiffany is. Kim Burris hasn't been in here in a little bit. So I'm hoping that Kim is okay. Have you all been hearing from Kim? Because she normally is on it too. Her and Tiffany and Darcy and Tom. I got good ones in here that help keep the chat rolling. Judy says, T, I didn't do the kits, but I think your prices were very reasonable. Well, thank you, Judy. Debbie LeBlanc says, which model is your Benina? It's the 770. It also has the embroidery unit as well. I just don't use it as much. I love your pins. You sent me two. That's June. Do you have a website? I do have a website. If you're going on my website, I just have not had time to go update my website. I have no wood tools in stock, like the wood press tools and the stilettos. People took advantage of the shipping that I had. Whatever you paid for shipping, once you got more than one item, it started to go into a flat rate box. And so people took advantage of that, but I ended up selling all of these wood tools, even though they're still showing on the website. And then this, I'm going to have to order more, I guess, at some point, but I don't have any now. The stiletto on one end, and I like this because you don't lose your cap. You know, we have the seam rippers, and then we take the cap off, and then we lose the cap. So it has its own cap. And then this is the actual seam ripper here. I don't know if you all can see that, but yeah, so that's what this is. So if you're on my website, this is not there right now. I got to order more, and I haven't even had time to contact him yet. Now might be a good time to put in a specialty order if you got a particular pattern. I got them all listed in Teaquilts Facebook group. If you look at the announcements post, I have everything about the wood tools, like all of their different styles and stuff. If you want to order one, I will be ordering maybe in April, early April maybe. I don't know. It just depends on the interest. But if you're wanting a particular pattern, now might be the time. So let me go back. I think I'm still reading stuff. Do you have a website? Dora Camarina is here. She says, hi, T and everyone from California. Hey, Dora, welcome back. Remo says, I was interested in a kit. I do have another kit. I don't think I heard from Diana Grant. Diana Grant, if you're still wanting your kit, let me know. I do have two kits available, the one that Diana Grant ordered and hasn't paid for. And also, I was counting myself twice. I was trying to make sure that I had a kit and didn't realize that I had counted myself twice. Thought I had not missed putting it in somebody's package, but found out my name was on the actual list when it shouldn't have been on the list, and I was just counting the kit. So I do have two kits right now, so I'm going to give Diana, if she's still here, a chance to speak up. Otherwise, Remo, if you want to buy a kit, I do have one if you're interested. Larissa said, well, let's hope you can continue to give the pins. That's a nice thing to do, T. Ellie's has probably a lot of my pins. That's funny. And you can buy refills. They're just standard refills. Tiffany says, 104 watch party only, 64 thumbs up. Help T out, friends. Yes, it just keeps, when you're hitting the thumbs up for us, it just keeps our videos in play in the playlist of recommended videos on YouTube. So thank you, Tiffany. I text Kim, but she may be on the phone. Thank you. I just want to make sure she's okay because she hasn't been in. That's the only thing. I just get worried when I don't see people. Joanne says, this is a real treat for me because I always wanted to do a Drunkard's Path quilt. Your prices are in line with everyone else. I truly appreciate you for all you do, and thanks so much. You're so welcome. Okay. I'm almost done. My kids should be here Monday. Can't wait. That's from Virgie. Darcy says, I would have had to cut the Drunkard's Path myself. It would have never been this perfect. And Molly says, Miss T, please let Miss Rose Please let Miss Rose, thanks for information in La Plata. I had a great time there. Please let Miss Rose, thanks. I don't know what you're saying, Damali. Did something happen with your information? My comment was too long, but I appreciate the kit price. All blocks cut, plus template, plus pattern. I don't have to buy Teaquilts dye. Great price. Thanks to you. And that's the reason why I did it, was because some of you all have said that you just can't afford to do it. And so if you're going to make a kit, I wouldn't try to sell a kit to you that's just squares. I would try to sell you something that would be more complicated for you to cut. You can cut your own squares. There are so many different ways to make half square triangles, but I would, if people are interested in something that I can cut for them with the Teaquilts that they don't have to buy, and the Drunkard's Path, it was easy. It was only 2 pieces. You know, I'm only having to sort 2 pieces. It's not like I had to sort like Cleopatra. I just wouldn't do it. It would be way too much to do Cleopatra with all those pieces. So thank you so much. So yeah, okay, so let me go through here. I haven't seen Diana's comment, so I got 2 kits. If anybody wants a kit, I do have 2 of them left. I'm gonna save one, that Remo JS, which I ain't gonna say your name. I know who you are. So I'll save one for you. And I still have one other one, which I don't have. For people that don't know what we're talking about, all I have in stock right now is the large pedal bases, so I can't show you the small. This is a pedal stopper. We've been making them with fabric. And this company now makes them out of wood. And considering that they're made out of wood, I felt like they were reasonably priced. This large one is $27 and the small one is $20. What happens is the small one probably goes to about here. So it's almost double, but not quite. This one has about 10 inches on the inside. So if you got a large foot pedal base, you might want this one. Also, what I find this might be helpful with is if you've got the old featherweight pedals where it's got that big hard knot that doesn't go down. I like to rest my side of my foot when I'm not sewing over here on the plain side and then go back over here where my foot is. And so that's what this is. So I got these still in stock, but I don't have any of the small ones. So I'm waiting on those to get shipped to me. So that's what's holding up the last like 8 to 10 orders that I got. And then the other thing, people were talking about the book, and I forgot to bring it. I had it in here Wednesday, but I said I forgot. I completely forgot that I had it in here. So what I'm going to do is turn to let me first turn to a page where it makes sense. So this book here is called Quilter's Cutting Guide, and it's the Sliding Ruler Method by Debbie Rubles. And what she does, she gives you a guide to how to quick cut if you don't have die cutting system, and or if you're cutting oddball sizes where you don't have a die. So I'm going to go through this again because I was asked Wednesday and I didn't have the book, and I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. So we're always going to do 3 strips. Say we need this 60 pieces right here. So I want you to see we need 60 squares that are cut 2 inches. And I'm hoping that I'm not on my mic back here. But we need 3 squares. We need 60 squares that are 2 inches. So we're on the 2-inch page right here. This chart tells you right here that you need at least 6 inches of fabric, and that's squared up fabric. And then it tells you you're going to cut that into 2-inch strips, and you're going to cut 3 of them. And when you take those 3 strips and then you cross cut the strips into squares, it's telling you how much fabric you need to cut that many squares, and also how many squares you're going to get out of that cut, okay? So if you needed 80, you just go up the chart and you cut 4 strips. You'll need at least 8 inches. Okay, so we're going to go back to the 6. So this chart is telling you when you first cut, you're going to need 6 inches of squared up fabric. Once that fabric is squared up, you're going to slide your ruler to 4 inches. You're going to cut on that line. You're going to slide your ruler to 2 inches, and you're going to cut on that line. And that's how you're cross-cutting your strips. Now, this is real easy because at 2 inches it's a common number. It's an even number. But what if I needed 2 1/8 or 2 3/8 or 2 7/8? And I need to cut a lot of squares, a particular size, especially if you're making half square triangles. So now let's go to 2 7/8. So let's say that we need 40 squares that are cut 2 7/8. So I'm going to put this up here again. I'm trying to hold this book, but it's kind of heavy. So I'm going to hold this book. So if I need 40 squares, it's right here. It's telling me that I need 8 5/8 inch of fabric squared up. That's the minimum amount of fabric I can use. So I'm going to cut a piece of fabric that's 8 5/8. It's telling me that I'm going to need 3 of those strips. So I'm going to slide my ruler once I got my 5 5/8. I'm going to go 5. Is that 5 3/4? I can't read backwards, guys. So I'm going to cut 5 3/4, and then I'm going to cut at 2 7/8. And then I'm going to turn that, and I'm going to cross cut and do the same thing going down. So depending on how wide your fabric is, you may be up here when you turn to cross cut into those squares. So this is one of those books that has done all the math for you. And it's a nicely made book, and it's got all the tabs, which you have seen. She's got them all tabbed out, so you know exactly where to go. And the final thing that she did that was sweet was that she made it spiral bound. Making it spiral bound so that you can flip it, and the book is always nice and flat on whatever page it is that you're working on. And then you can also use like the quilter's tape, where you can put that temporary tape on your ruler and you know where your measurements are if you're cutting a lot of something consistently. So I think the book is really nice. The book is $29. And like I said, everything's going priority mail because of the delay in parcel mail. I'm not sending anything, even if you order just a book, I'm not sending in media mail, because if it's lost, this book is $29. I'm going to be out $29 because you're going to want your money back. Whereas I never even had $29 in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So I end up losing if I don't send these packages out priority, because the post office is not guaranteed to get stuff out like it has been in the past. So they're having some difficulties, and because of that, it's making me have to make different business decisions. Because this is not my book. If it was a pattern of mine, then yes, I can send it to you cheaper, because I can send you another pattern. I own it, and I got plenty of them. This book, I don't own it. I'm selling from the original person, and so I have to make sure that I'm not going to be in the hole selling somebody else's product. So that's why the shipping is high on the book, and I'm not sending them out media mail. So let's see. Tiffany says that chart helps probably for left-handed quilters to slide across the mat to cut easier. It's actually built more for a right-handed person than it is for a left-handed person, my opinion. Damali says, please tell Ms. Rose thanks from me about the quilt shop she told me about in La Porta, Maryland. I had a nice time shopping there. Okay, because I knew it was some stuff missing from Damali's comment, and I couldn't understand what she was saying, but that's nice. That's nice of Rose, too. Dorothy says, I was terrible at math, took math in 10th grade and never went down math hall again. That's funny. Tiffany says, Kim is in a fibro, okay, flare, and her eyes won't focus. That's why she's not here. So thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what the products were. Somebody asked me about them. What am I sewing today? Because I haven't sewed a thing, and we're almost an hour in, okay? I did come in here and finally put a spacer border onto my quilt top. I did sew my left and right rows together because I still got pieces here that I got to sew. Probably some pieces somewhere in here that I'm missing right now because I've been moving stuff around. But I do have these 2 pieces to put on my quilt, and I do have them marked left and right. I don't think it matters, but that's what I got. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put these on. And I don't know where my picture is at this point to know if I'm putting this on right. But I figured long as they're, nope, they're not opposites. I probably need to find my picture. And where is that? I have no idea. I've been moving stuff around in here. See if I put it up here. Sometimes I put my stuff up here that's hanging here when I go live. But that's not it. Because I thought they would be opposites, not the exact same. You know. I definitely don't want to sew anything on and have to rip it off. Diane's not here, but she would still love it. Trying to see if I can find the fabric, the paper, some of the papers I had earlier. So I'm real organized, right? I was thinking about not even coming this direction. I don't know what I did with my picture. I don't even know where my other pieces are. It's probably with my extra pieces, but where are they? I don't know. Got cards. Okay, it's not in this pile that I moved. Okay, where are my extra pieces? Is it in this box? Yes, that's where it is. I couldn't remember where I stored my extra pieces that I'm sewing for the top and bottom borders. This is how it works some days, guys. I haven't been in this room to sew. Okay. So they should be opposites. So that's why I'm glad I looked. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up here so I can look at it. I can show this to you all too. I just went into Electric Quilt. This is a very basic, just zigzag border. And even though I used half square triangles in the border, my prints are actually 3-piece squares for those that have not seen them. I just wanted more print included in my piece since it was a 4-inch square finished. I just wanted more fabric choices, so I actually increased it. I could have just made regular half square triangles for this. And then you can see what my corners are going to look like. Okay. So nothing fancy. Been seen many a times. It's actually in the Eleanor Burns book with AccuQuilt. That's where this border comes from, except that she didn't add the points out on the outside. It was just straight across. Like, she didn't add this point right here. She just went straight down. So that's the only thing that's changed, and the fact that I'm doing 4 hourglass is in the corners, and then those 3-piece squares otherwise. So, all right, so let's get to sewing. This is my left side. And I hope I didn't put this together backwards that I can't switch it. Yeah, I can switch it, thank goodness. So the top just became the bottom, okay? Because I had to turn it around and get the negative. It makes a difference if you want stuff to come out right. You got to pay attention to details. So this is my top, and this is the top. And I'm going to put a few pins in here. I just lost all of my, I took out my press stick earlier, and it's just sitting in the way. So we're not going to get the top and bottom on here or piece probably today, but hopefully, I don't even know if I'm going to have sewing chat next week. I have to see. I'll probably be home, but I might be tired. So what's going on? Leetta and I are helping a friend who is seriously ill, and she has decided she's got a power of attorney and stuff like that, taking care of stuff, but she's selling all of her quilt related items. And so we're going to be hosting a sale next week. We're just hosting. So we're just helping out the power of attorney to help get rid of some stuff. So If you're in Metro St. Louis area or across Missouri where you want to travel to come to a Quilters estate sale, it's going to be next Saturday and Sunday. And I'm going to be putting up flyers on Teaquilts tomorrow. I just wanted to not put it up this weekend because I didn't want people thinking that you know, when you start looking at stuff and you see Quilters estate sale, we sometimes just roll right over the dates. So I'm just waiting until tomorrow to put it up so that people wouldn't think it was this weekend. So I am actually going to be busy. I didn't mark where is my center? I had a center line because I had to put this border on. You know, sometimes we look at flyers, they come out on the weekend, and then we think it's for the current weekend, and then we just show up at places. And so I didn't want people showing up at the house early. So I just decided to wait and put it up tomorrow. So I've been spending a lot of time with that as well as my own business. So I have not had sleep this week, very little sleep. I've been a nervous wreck because of my friend's health issues. And you know, and then with doing my own stuff, I wasn't expecting this when I signed up to do kits. I wasn't expecting this to move this fast. So it is what it is. So I'm just trying to live day to day and get by. But I'm also exhausted, also a nervous wreck, also stressed. You know, a combination of a lot of things going on in my head. So, I lost my comment section. Y'all know what that means. I'm going to have to probably reboot, which I hate. And I rebooted before I came. And I even went to look and see if there was an updated version of YouTube I could download. And it was saying that everything was fine. So I may have to uninstall my YouTube. And I know it's my phone because it doesn't affect me recording. So anytime it doesn't affect me recording, then it's got to be the YouTube software app on my phone. So I think before Wednesday, I'm going to uninstall YouTube and reinstall it completely. I did go check to make sure, you know, it didn't have any updates, and it did not, but it's still acting up. So last time it was doing this, I was missing an update and didn't know it. But this time, not so lucky. So I have a lot going on. So one more pin here. I don't really need all these pins, but I'm going to be tossing this stuff around. I guess I could. I'm going to pin both sides. For myself, I just start sewing for the most part. I pin my centers and pin about 2 or 3 other places, and then I'm kind of done. But I think at the rate I'm going, my stress level is probably okay to pin. So this is my right side, and it goes like that. Like that, like that. See if I can get my comments back. Yay! Just finished sewing all my New York beauty blocks together. Not sure if adding a border. That would involve choosing fabric. Dorsey says, T, even if you ain't someone, you always give us a lot of information and show us a lot of stuff. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I do know some of you all like to come over here and see that the struggle is real. Sometimes people just don't show you the issues that they have while we sewing in their videos. But when you sewing live with somebody, you can only cover up so much, right? So I'm trying to see where my approximate centers are. so I can pin this center. And I don't even have my regular pins in here. I'm using flower head pins that I use when I'm doing stack and whack. That's in by my long arm. I was using it. I had paper on top of my pile for my first piece, and I was putting tick marks on them at certain points to help me count. So I got my pins in there. Didn't bring them back, but I got plenty of other pins. Tiffany says, laughing out loud, T, yes, I wasn't ready. Tiffany says, I have surgery the 17th, so next Wednesday I will be here maybe, but not typing because I doubt I can left hand chat very well. I've been practicing, but my words get all spelled wrong. Yes. But good luck on your surgery, Tiffany. Praying for you and the surgeons and his team. Got to pray for these people to make sure everybody's okay. I'll just put a pin down on that end and one up here on this end. And then we'll just hold it the rest of the way. On this side, since it's going through first. Ugh, it's so heavy. Because it's got all these seams in it. And think, if you had done it the way that the designer created this, it would even have even more seams. So, yeah, and I can take this off the right and left now, too. Won't be needing that. Just got to get started here. Make sure I pull out pins. I'm still trying to read. Trying to get caught up because I got out of chat. Darcy, that is very kind of you to help her out. Sad that you do whatever. I know that's not what she's saying. It's just a typing thing. Jill says, my thoughts are with you and your friend T. Thank you. Tiff will be saying a prayer for you and your surgery next week from Judy. Stephanie says, praying for you and your friend. Hugs and prayers for you and your friend T. Prayers to you, Tiff, and T for your friend. Thank you, guys. We both appreciate it. Kayla says, take time for yourself. We will be here keeping you and many others in the chats and prayers. Talking to Tiffany. I'm thinking that's Kayla. I'm thinking she's talking to Tiffany. Prayers all goes way well, Tiffany, from Joan. Vivian Calvi says, good night, she's tired. Yes, and we're going to lose that hour, too. Virgie says, prayers to everyone going through something. Melissa, Remo is also praying for Tiff. Melissa says, prayers to you, Tiffany. That goes well. And then you're all better. Prayers for Diane 57 and Kim as well. So, yes. We need more people like T in this world. Very sweet. You know, I try to do what I can. I can't do everything, but I try to do what I can. So it's just a lot. Having to price stuff, and then the power of attorney really isn't as concerned. Just trying to get the stuff cleared out. So we're trying to figure out how to price stuff so we can get it to move. So I'll be adding up flyers in the group tomorrow about that, but I didn't want people knocking on the doors this weekend because it's just been a long week. And so next week I'll be back over there to do pricing. I've been figuring some pricing out at home. And then I'll be over there with me and Leetta. We'll be trying to figure out how to price some of this stuff. And we're not experts at pricing this stuff, but if they wanted to move, we're just going to put a reasonable price on it, you know. Something that, not necessarily what I would pay, because it's probably cheaper than that. But just trying to make it so that one person just don't come in and just swipe the whole lot, you know. And nobody else gets anything, so. Yep. And, you know, just doing the right thing. My friend is not even aware right now what's going on. So I'm still just doing it because I told her. She asked me long time ago if something ever happened to her, would I help get rid of her stuff? And I just, you know, you just tell people yes. You know, what I mean, you're talking about end of life. So you tell people yes, and you think, there is no way the people won't know to contact me, blah, 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 and all of this and that. Well, she's made sure that the people know who to contact. So I'm having to do it. And I don't mind doing it because she asked me, she doesn't have any family that quilts, so, and she doesn't even have any family here in St. Louis area. So it's, you know, just doing what I can. That's what friends do. This is the one I didn't put a whole lot of pins on this side, so I got to straighten it up before I zip down it. But I got to take the middle pins out. And then I'll have to press this in the other room because I'm not going to even play with this iron in here. Almost. And I'm also going to put another white spacer border on here as well. So I still got, after I finish the piece border, I still got another border to put on here. All right. It's so big, heavy, and bulky. And this is why I hate white painted fabric, because it just wrinkles up. Look at all this. It looks so wrinkledy. Can you all see that? All these wrinkles. Just painted fabric. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. All right, let me take this left side off because it doesn't matter. It's a heart. It can only be one left and right after it's on here, right? It only can go one way. Now I want to cut this off where it's connected. Because once I sew this on here, if I'm sewing anything, I'm going to be piecing more blocks. So I can actually chat to you all. And I can say I sewed. Sad, isn't it? I'm going to sew two seams. But I did sew the border just before I went live. About an hour before I went live, I was talking to Lietta on the phone. No, I was talking to... Was I talking to Lietta or Deborah? I can't even remember. I think it was, I cut it with Deborah and sewed it on with Lietta. Is how I think it happened. It's been a long day. Lots of stuff going on. So, not doing very well. Remembering what I've done on what day. Let's see what you all are saying. How big will that BT? Do you know yet? The inside was 72. It's 80 with the first border. 80 plus 1696. So it'll be 104 square inches, Tiffany, when it's done. I'm just trying to count all my borders. I left everything in 4-inch increments since my blocks were in 4-inch increment because I wanted my piece blocks to fall in line with the piecing that was going on inside the quilt. So that's why I kept a 4-inch spacer border. I didn't want it to be offset. This side that's got all the pins in it now. So I have to stop. Take those pins out. Don't sew over your pins, especially I don't want to sew over these flower head pins. If it had been my little small silk pins, maybe. But not these flower heads. Almost. And I'm using my the Bernina pedal I have on that small stopper. I used to have to chase it sometimes, but it's sitting right there. It ain't moving. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this. I normally chain piece something else, but I'm not interested. So let me just see. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. And then when I put my corners on, it'll be really pretty. So you're not gonna be able to see much of what I've stitched today, but at least my borders are on. And so now I got to piece my top and bottom zigzags and the corner blocks to make that little star point. Instead of just coming straight across the corner, I'm going to do a star points out here. So that's going to be the sewing for today. I might piece some more of these squares if I get a chance. We'll see what time it is. It's 10:17. I got time. I can piece more of these squares together. And I'm not going to even try to press in here. I'll just take it to my larger ironing surface when I'm done. Miss T, for all you do for us, you deserve a few days to refresh. We will be here when you come back. God bless you and other quilters. Yes, and I'm just saying, I was saying I may not be here Saturday night for the live chat. I may end up being at home, but if I've been, I'm going to be the cashier. Leetta's going to be the assistant. So we're going to be busy all day. Plus so that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are not my own. So I may not want to do it. So have a successful surgery and speedy recovery, Tiffany. Praying for everyone. We all need it. Yes, Benita. Thank you. Robin Boyd's here. Carol, I hope it's speedy. I am not looking forward to being left-handed. I am not looking forward to being left-handed for a few days and also not being able to quilt for 2 weeks. You know you're gonna quilt before 2 weeks, girl. You're gonna figure it out. I hate that she has to sell her quilty stuff, but I wish I was closer to help support her by buying something from her. Yeah, and it's kind of hard because we really didn't want to do it while somebody is still alive, knowing that their stuff is being sold, but her condition has changed this drastically in the last day or so. So we were other arrangements were being made that had to be canceled and stuff like that. So yeah, it's hard. I had a friend that was going through Parkinson and she had to sell her stuff, and she said it was one of the hardest things she could do. But on the flip side, she got to sell it to all of her friends that she know would utilize it, compared to it going into a thrift store where you don't know if your fabric's going to get used or not, or people even understand quilt shop quality fabric or not. So she was just grateful that quilters purchased it from her. Doris O says, good night, everyone. See you Wednesday. Earlene says, good night to all. Stay well. I'm trying to get as organized as Tiffany while listening. I have a long way to go. That's funny. Graham says, hello, Miss T and everyone. Hello and welcome back. Rima says, so sorry to hear about your friend. She thinks of you as her family. Yes. Lynette Williams is here saying, hello, everyone. June Hansen says, heavy rain coming in for tomorrow. May change into snow. In sending it, I don't want the snow. I am not getting my notifications. That's from Lynette. Lynette, go to the Teaquilts homepage and unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then hit the notification bells. Every once in a while you have to do that because they probably I think YouTube algorithm is only sending it to so many people. And that way you will make sure that you get notified again. Darcy's reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. Tiffany says, so it would be big and beautiful, T. Awesome, with lots of empty space to quilt in. Yes. Patricia Watt says, good evening, everyone from Los Angeles, California. Hello, Patricia. Awesome of what I saw. Tiffany is also welcoming everybody that's joining. Vanessa Brown says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Fell asleep. That's okay. And Tiffany says, don't forget to thumbs up for T and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. Yes. Gloria Jackson says, hi, T. Hope you had a great and blessed day. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. I've been chatting with Gloria in email as well. Yeah, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start sewing some more of these units together because I need these now for the top and bottom. I have a few pieces here. I don't even, at some point I'm going to have to start counting, but I know I don't have enough pieces right here, so I'm okay. And maybe with this white, this tone on tone paint stuff, I need to like turn these where I can see in good light to the right sides are all up, so I don't have to worry about that. It actually doesn't even make any difference because you'll never see it in the overall scheme of the quilt, but I try to do it right. Did you spend a lot at Material Girl? Asking Damali. That's Remo. Tiffany is also giving you the link to the Teaquilts Facebook group. You can more than welcome to join. It does have 3 questions that you need to answer as well. If you don't answer those questions, I just consider you spam, and sometimes I block people depending on how the names look. So make sure you fill out the 3 membership questions. Also, you guys haven't told me what you all are working on. I got Deborah, I got Tiffany. I don't think anybody else told me what they're working on. I got Robin's working on her blocks, and somebody else is working on their blocks, blocking the name right now. It was when I first started reading. Had a couple people. This Kayla is working on her blocks. Have to think about it. So let me know what you all are working on. I know what Kevin's working on. And that's exactly what he said. He said, girl, you know what I'm working on, laughing out loud. He working on them 200 blocks, I think he told us. Kevin's working on a reproduction type quilt. It looks like a reproduction quilt, and it is just beautiful. His fabric choices in it are just awesome. Same with me. My group, I have questions. I got hit with like 100 plus attempts to join from spam like 2 months ago. Yes. And it's like something is going on, and it's like they try to use people's name, and they're like using people's profiles. But when I ask the questions, are you a quilter? They'll type, yes, I'm a quilter. And then I say, how did you learn about this group? They say, okay. And then I say, name a quilt block or a quilting term. And they go, okay. And I go, block. Don't even mess around. I don't even decline it. I block them so they can't come back again. Not today. And Kevin's talking about, oh, thanks, quilting wife. The Molly J says, yes, 12 yards she got from a Material Girl, so that's fun. Lynette says, I won't accept any Facebook requests from people with no clothes on. It's too funny. I'm not even accepting Facebook friend requests. After 2020, I had a rough 2020 all around. Facebook too. People were losing their minds on Facebook. So I'm barely over on that side. I'm just in the Teaquilts group. I go in Kevin's group. My close friends, I'll go to their pages. Only if they're in my top, my news feed. So I'm not on Facebook a whole lot anymore. I'm just in Teaquilts, and then I'm back out. Um, that's the one platform where people can feel like they can tell you anything they want to tell you, and I'm not up for it. Tiffany says, I bound a quilt about an hour ago just before you came on, and I am slowly custom quilting that long story. Yes, I saw your video. It's really, really pretty quilt. You did an awesome job on that quilt. It's beautiful. Bonita says, working on the Jesus block from the Bad Boys of the Bible. Bonita, she knows she can get into some sew-alongs, and she gets and stays up with them too. You fast. You can do that stuff. I have so much going on. I do one block and then I forget all about them sew-alongs. But you do a good job. She posted on her Instagram a lot, so she posts her progress. Very nice. Although I'm not over on Instagram a lot. I go over there every now and then. Even when they give me notifications, it's like I don't have time for Instagram. Carla says, I'm working on 2 different block of the months. That's cool. I used to do a lot of those years ago. Darcy says, right now I'm still working on getting my room cleaned up. Very boring. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I start cleaning my stuff out, and then as soon as I pull all the stuff out, my life goes berserk, turns into chaos, and then I just have stuff everywhere right now. So I'm still trying to do stuff. I'm hoping that tomorrow I've cleaned off my long arm from all the shipping stuff I had on it, so I can see if I can install my part tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens, or if I'm just going to take it as a day off tomorrow, which I think I need. I was so sleepy today earlier, but not anymore. Tom says, I basted my finished quilt top throw size this evening. That's cool. Getting it ready for quilting. And Mary Cubberston is here. She says, I'm working on 2 little house quilts and putting the scraps from that in an improv quilt. Now that sounds really interesting. And she says, fun. I love the colors you picked for your half squares. Thank you so much. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. I don't know if I want to keep it or if I want to give it away. I got a second one cut out, so I think what I'll do is just hold on to this. It's not, I have a heart quilt, but it's got heart applique, and I don't like to put it on my bed, so I was thinking that I was making this to put on my bed since it's all pieced. Applique quilts just don't like taking abuse, when you're using them as bed quilts, so I will not put it on my bed. I tend to just hang it on my wall. Let's see. Carla says she's also praying for you, Tiffany. Virgie says, T, any news on getting your COVID shot? Nope. Every week I get an update, but nothing. Like I said, I'm in the low risk category. I was talking to some of my clinical friends, and they were trying to say that they said everybody in Missouri should have a opportunity to get a shot by the end of April or May or something. I don't know. But I don't see that happening if we're only at 10% vaccinated at this point. I don't see how that's going to happen. They keep sending most of the tests to the rural areas, and then the tests expire because nobody shows up to get them. There's just more people in the urban areas, but that's not where they're sending the majority of the tests. So it's kind of weird. Very weird how the tests are being put out. I mean, the vaccines are being put out, not the tests. The vaccines are being put out. So no word yet. Now, my husband has more medical complications than I do, and he would probably get notified before I would. So I have no idea. Oh, my brother must have said good night. Thanks, Tiffany. Good night. I'm sure he's long gone by now. Sue says making 4 at a time half square triangles just because I have a couple of cute charm packs. Yes, that's what we do. That is funny. Say just because. You can always make stuff with half square triangles, that's for sure. Can be turned into a whole lots of things. So one of you all sent me some pictures of some quilt blocks that they had gotten from their grandmother, and they couldn't find names for them and thought they might be original. But I was able to help her find 2, and I know the third one has a name. I just didn't have time to go searching through my block books, but I knew 2 of them. One of them was the Lemoyne Star, but it was in quilt block form where you use the 45-degree triangles, and the other one was the what is it? Oh, carpenter's wheel. And then the other one I've seen, I just don't know the name of it because it's just not one of those that I kept the name in my head. But I know it's a common block. I just couldn't help her with the name. But so that was interesting to see some old block, old fabric. I think it was made out of feed sack, if I'm not mistaken. So that was pretty cool. Making a baby quilt from Lizette. Kevin says, do you like shrimp and grits tea? You know, I haven't had shrimp and grits together, but I like them both. So I would guess to say yes. I'm real picky about the grits, though, because most people that cook grits, or some people that cook grits, don't know that you don't cook grits by what's on the box. You got to cook them longer than that. So it depends on who's making the grits. But yes, I make grits and I eat grits. And maybe I'll make me some tomorrow, thinking of that. Thank you. And I even got shrimp scampi I could probably use too, and even make shrimp and grits. Gloria says, working on pillows and panels. I give the pillows as gifts. That's really cool. I'm going to press these open with this, and then when I go to the heated iron, I can just lay them on here. I don't have to worry about opening them over there, just since I'm here chatting with you guys. It's 10:34. We normally stay on till 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. I guess when I get off this chat, I guess I better go change all my clocks that don't automatically change by themselves too, so I don't forget tomorrow. Because I could walk around half the day not realizing that I don't have the right time, you know. The only thing would be the next time I drive my car, I got to remember. Which would probably be Monday if Monday because I'll go do a post office run to see if any blocks came. I go to the post office on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the most part. And then any days that I'm shipping stuff out, I'll also add that in if I need to. June says, I'm getting my blocks ready so Kathy and I can sew together on Monday. Now, that's pretty fun. Remo says, I'm cleaning and getting rid of things at my dad's house in Ohio. The news about my dad wasn't good. Oh, yeah. So sorry about that. Be praying for him as well. That's the one thing about living is you had an entrance and you got to have an exit, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt in the end when it happens, you know. It's very hard. Jackie says, getting late for me here. Enjoyed my visit tonight. See you on Wednesday. Good night all. Bye, Jackie. And Damali says, enjoy yourself at tomorrow's treasures. I picked up great piece of price fabric for my backing to Drunkard's Path. Plan to go back to batting later. That's pretty cool. Melissa says, I'm not sewing tonight because I'm watching my favorite show, but I'm working on random 6-inch half square blocks and trying to imagine a tool caddy. That's pretty cool. Gloria says, by the way, your latest t-shirt is gorgeous. Do you have that one in stock? The purple one you are wearing now. I do these custom size, custom colors. So it's just a matter of if I have your shirt size in stock. But I can always do what I got on the shirts. It's just a matter of having the shirts in stock. So I'd say yes, depending on your shirt size. And this is on my website. I'm trying to think if it's on a black shirt. It might be on a black shirt where you have the gold. And then I just, you can email me and tell me what size. Or I'll contact you once I get your order, ask you what size and what color. Because I have it priced by small through XLs and then 2XL and higher. So I have to actually contact you to get your actual size. My website says that it should have a comment box where you can type in that information, but I don't see anybody has ever used it, so I'm thinking that it must not be popping up. The PayPal card's not doing that. Check out Natural 100% Cotton at Joann's Batting. Check out Natural 100% Cotton at Joann's for batting. Teresa says, thank you, T, for another great live. Sending you a big hug with gratitude. Good night, all, and stay safe. Bye, Teresa. Good night. Thank you so much for everything. I don't know how far I'm behind. I'm at 10:30. I guess I'm way behind. Bless your dad, Remo. That's from Darcy. Vanessa Brown says, working on some random leftover blocks from a long ago block of the month. And I have a lot of that. I love block quilts, and sometimes I'll just make random sampler quilts with them or use them as the centers for charity quilts, things like that. So I'm always having a lot of blocks. Call your health department to see when you can get it. Yeah, that's what I think Virgie had told me that too, but they got us on a line, but I am going to see if I can go through my insurance and see if I can go through my doctor's office too. I think I might need to do on a more personal level and try to get one instead of doing on the global, like, you know, like doing health department. I might need to go through my insurance and see what they got set up. Although I haven't heard a peep out of them, it's like they don't want to pay. I think they tired of paying for all this COVID stuff. But Lynn says, I'm so afraid that the vaccine, but you're talking to a person who refuses the flu shot. I do refuse the flu shot too. And that's because with my sinus issues, it seems to always make it where my sinuses are worse than they are, where I could be out for like 3 weeks, like at least twice in a season, in a year. And so I just don't like it. So I do kind of refuse the flu shot. But on this, I don't know if I have a choice. I have a, I'll just tell you from a friend. I was talking to a friend on the phone today. I ain't going to say which one. And they have a doctor neighbor and saying that the Johnson & Johnson shot is only effective up to 75%. So they wouldn't recommend that unless it's your absolute last choice. So it's weird. It's what they put out on the screen is different than what they tell in the hospitals. Ain't that something? Sounds like they say the same thing about a lot of states. My neighbor is 79. She did a 3-hour drive to her sister's to get a test. Yes. And see, and that's the thing. It's like, I can't go into all of these rural parts of Missouri, you know. Not all of them. It's not safe for my life. So I won't be doing that. I'll be safer staying in the house. It's late here, so I'm going to sign off. That's Judy. Good night, Judy. Virgie says, I had the first shot and the second one on the 20th. Have the second one on the 26th. That's good. And that says, yep, everyone cannot cook grits. So true. You got that right. Damali says, I got my shot Tuesday. I had a local community center one done. Johnson & Johnson's. It says, yeah. And that's the one. I didn't even know that, though. I just heard that today. And I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what this particular doctor said. Remo says, I made seafood gumbo. Yes. Now, I love gumbo, but what I don't like is if the okra is put in there and it's left to sit and get slimy. I can't stand it when it's slimy. But I do like gumbo. I was pressing a piece item and the seams are going every which way. Not happy with it. Every once in a while that just happens. Sometimes I'm sewing, everything looks good on the top, and then I turn it over when I'm pressing and I go, good Lord, what happened on the bottom? I just press it and keep going. Sometimes if it's bad and I need that seam to go the other way, I'll just snip it like 1/4 of an inch away so that I can press that seam back the way it's supposed to go. So yeah. Gloria, you know what? She says, I will email you later this week to order. If I'm sending your other stuff, you know, you can just get your t-shirt at cost and then you don't have to pay the extra shipping cost. So if you want a t-shirt, let me know because I can just send me an email and then I can even hold your package up. It doesn't matter when you're ready to pay. But that way I can put it all in the same box and you won't have to pay more shipping. That would be best. Because your items are probably going to be in a flat rate box anyway. Especially if you've already ordered at least 2 items. And I don't have my sales list in here. Last time I had my husband bring it to me. It was too funny. Somebody was trying to... We almost got to see Mr. Teaquilts. June says, I got my first shot at the end of the month. For the second shot, I wasn't doing till late May. Then they called and said, got it early. That's good. Let's see. I just got the first vaccine this week due to working in school district. I would rather have not had to go to do it, but I have to do. That's Jill. Try local pharmacy, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid stores. Get your name in line. Okay, I can do that too. Got plenty of those. Damali says, thanks. Remo Joanne's is closer to me. 100% cotton batting. I think COVID is free. I have a slight sore arm for a day. My anxiety was the worst part. Yep. And that's what somebody else said, that I think they got... Their anxiety level got high, so then they started having all these other side effects because when you get really stressed out, it starts affecting your stomach, and they were feeling like they were having the flu and everything else. So they was really upset. And then the next day they come back and post, so sorry everybody, thank you all for the support, because they was like, I'm not going to get the second shot and the whole. So it is a lot to be concerned about. Mary says, Miss T, hope you check with your local Department of Health online. I'm already on their list, and says when you can get your vaccine. I got mine at a site set up by our local hospital. It didn't hurt and no effects except for tiredness. Russia says, you said you would be safer in the house. Me too, but I did go outside today and buy Girl Scout cookies. Laughing out loud. Yes. I haven't had Girl Scout cookies. I think I was over Girl Scout cookies because I was the troop coordinator for the cookie sales. And just my children alone, my daughter and my stepdaughter, I probably sold about 1,200 boxes of cookies every year. And then my whole troop probably sold over $15,000, $20,000 worth of cookies. So it was a lot. Most of it go to the Girl Scout. Don't get it twisted. The Girl Scout Council. Because we were only getting like 25 or 30 cents a box or something like that. So I felt like I was a cookie dealer. Terry T says slimy gumbo is the worst. You got that right. I love gumbo soup, but I do not want it slimy. And I always, when I go into the restaurant, especially in New Orleans, I go, is it freshly made gumbo where the okra isn't slimy? And they go, of course. And I'm like, okay, well then bring it. If it's not, I don't want to eat it. I hate it. Okra tastes best raw. Leave it out of the gumbo. And that's true too, because I don't even eat it even when it's not slimy. I still don't eat it. Sheila Willis says, here in Tennessee, we won't be able to get the Johnson & Johnson shots in. Not sure why. We have to take the 2 shots. We don't get an option. Cool Girl says, Mr. Ben here from the camera last week. You have to really loosen your arm to reduce the sore arm before they inject your arm. Okay, so that's a good tip. Virgie says, tonight's the night to change the clock. Spring forward. Yes. Yep. So that's what's going on with that. 1047. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to, you know what? I can probably just sew more pieces maybe. Because I'm going to need plenty. That's just the top. I still got more pieces in the box. This is what my box looks like now. So I still got all of these 3 stacks like this. Well, 3 more stacks of prints like this. So I don't know. I've got my 4 hourglass pieces done for my corners. Got those in here. So I'm getting closer to getting it done. So I even got the squares I'm gonna need to finish that off. Gonna need 4 squares. So yeah, I'm getting closer. I haven't done any counting yet, but I know that what I have here is not even gonna be enough. Enough for one side, so we'll just keep piecing. My pieces are blowing up with the fan, and I'm trying to now get them out the fan so that they don't blow away. I want my pieces. I want my pieces when I come back. Okay, so don't be late for church. I'm hoping it's online church. We're still doing online church here. Sin Forrest is here saying howdy everyone. Hi Sin. Welcome back. I still haven't cut anything on my pretty pink mat yet. But it is very pretty. And that's only because I've had stuff that I don't need to use it yet. But I do like using my mat as a working base. It lifts it up off the desk so it's a little bit closer to me. And then put this over in the to be ironed pile. And just run these through. Kayla says, oh, your border talk has me pondering if I want to border my Drunkard's Path quilt. Yes, do it. And then it'll get bigger. And it's so funny because I have 94 blocks, so I can do like a 9 by 10. But 9 times 7 is 63. And it's going to be only 63 by 70. I'll go, that's still not big. So even if I do my own kit, I'm going to have to add some borders. It's a lot. You know, it takes a lot of blocks when they're only 7 inches finished to make a quilt top. Thumbs up all. Can never have enough. That's right. Thank you, Darcy. Put a couple borders on it. Yep. Make it bigger. From Quilt Gal. That's what I plan to do with mine. If whenever I make the other one, I do have one that I pieced that I thought I was gonna get on my long arm, and that's when it was acting up. It wouldn't sew right, so I had made one with just 12 blocks because they were left over from the boutiques that I cut when I cut the 2 kits for 2 of the quilters earlier. So. Trying to make sure I'm on the right side of the fabric. At this point, if I sew the wrong side, I probably just leave it. See if anybody notices. But good night, all. Thank you for being family. Good night, Remo. I'll send you an invoice, too, as well. I still got one Drunkard's Path kit available. I don't think I've seen a comment from Diana on here. She was in the comment section earlier, but I just wanted to make sure she didn't want her thing. So let me check my mail and see if somebody is in my mail, because that could happen. I requested to purchase the last kit on the live chat. Okay. So I got that one. That's from MD. I'm not going to say your name. So they're both sold then. Thank you, guys. I'm going to send Rose one, and the other one goes to the other quilter. Because I'm like, I have my notifications turned off because I'm talking with you guys. So it won't notify me. Let me make sure. Regina, she's on Facebook. People sending me friend requests. I've mentioned I'm not even over on the regular Facebook, so I'm not even dealing with any of that stuff, and I just delete them or just ignore them because I'm not accepting any new friends right now because I got a whole long list of them over there. You all are getting everything out of me from Teaquilts that I'm posting. Only thing I'm posting on my page is when somebody has a birthday. That's all. You're not missing a thing. You all getting more than my friends. You're getting more than my friends. I'm up here thinking, you know, thinking about my friend. And I realized I got really quiet. Like, don't do it. Tiffany saying she had to take a call. XL in purple and gold letters. Okay, Gloria. I had a sticky note right here. So I'll check it tomorrow. Thank you so much. See, Remo left. Tiffany is back. Elizabeth Bundy says, what was wrong with your gamma? It's not my gamma, it's my electronics. I needed to tighten the Y belt, and the way that it's put on there, I'm not able to do that with the current system. So they've sent me some different connections. The people that installed it, there's a better way of connecting it onto there. And so they're going to give it to me so that it'll be easier for me to tighten when I need to tighten my belt. So they sent me one for the Y and the X, but I'm just going to change it on the Y first to see what happens. My machine will quilt, but the stuff that I have in that I need to quilt for customers, it is all pantos. They've picked pantos. That's what they want to pay for, is pantos and not hand or custom work. So I'm trying to get that working. So I just didn't have time this week to work on it. So absolutely nothing wrong with my gamma. Just trying to figure out why my electronic system just starts stitching haphazardly, and it's because it needs to be tightened. That's what I hope. Is any of those two back out of the Drunkard Path kits? Please send to me. Okay, I got you, Gloria. I really think it's OE operator error at Elizabeth. Okay. Good night, everyone. Darcy says, well, guys, I got to get going. I forgot to charge and my power is almost gone. Yes. Good night, Darcy. Thank you so much for the group help tonight. Appreciate that. And the super chat. Appreciate that as well. I don't know if they were trying to say that my gamma is not working because it's operator error. I hope that's not what they're trying to say, but just in case. I have been on the phone with Butler, so they know it's something wrong with my machine, okay? They have sent me the parts. I just have not had time because of what all I've done this week. My goal was to get those orders out. If I have a lot on my to-do list, like having orders that need to be processed, then I'm not going to sleep anyway. So I get up and I just get it done. So next week I can hopefully get some sleep because I only got like my last maybe 12 orders now, and I'm just waiting on product. And it should be here Monday, hopefully, if not, definitely by Tuesday. So the one good thing about the time change this year is that my church is online, so I'll be on time right out the shower. That is funny. Yeah, because you don't even have to cut your, you really don't even have to cut your video on if you don't want to. Elizabeth Bundy said, you say your machine. I was assuming it was your gamma. It is my gamma, but my gamma itself is working, but the software for computerized quilting is not. So I can quilt on it. And it's also what I want to quilt on my Drunkard's Path it was a design I wanted to use that was in my system, so that's why I haven't quilted my Drunkard's Path quilt. So it's not quite user error, not yet. If I change to a different design way I want to quilt it, then I am eventually going to have to just start freehand quilting stuff, because it's getting old now. But I got to get myself, and then I got to get my husband to get situated and get going. We got some weird hours. That's what's going on. He retired this last year. He got laid off during the pandemic, and then decided that he wasn't going back. So yeah, I want to switch some of these to the other side. I don't want to put all the red on one side of the purple. Mix it up a little bit. So yeah, so I just got to do some stuff, but it was more important for me to ship these 50 orders that I needed to get out than to worry about fixing a sewing machine. $50 things behind is worse to me than having 3 quilts that I need to quilt, you know? It's your different level of sanity, and that's where mine is. I try to get the most stuff done first. Worry about the other stuff later. So Sundays, I don't normally work my business, so I'll probably look at it tomorrow and see if I can get the parts installed tomorrow. I used to work my business every day, but now I'll just respond to a couple of emails, things like that, but I don't actually physically get up and do anything. Mine's is operator error. I don't know what I'm doing. That's Lynette. Elizabeth says, I see. I didn't realize you had the computerized part. Yes, I added that on last year. What else? And I'm still considering getting a gammo, so I have questions. My gammo is fine. I have not had any problems. I've had just normal wear and tear issues, like installing new encoder O-rings, installing new onboard bobbin winder O-ring, and that's because I didn't realize I was supposed to oil it. I didn't know it had an oil port. Nobody told me that. And so I just been using it for 5 years. And I've been just, putting in new O-rings like 3 or 4 times a year. And then I took it in because I couldn't get it to go back together. And then my guy told me, you locked it up. I said, what do you mean I locked it up? I didn't do anything to it. He says, it's jammed, it won't move. And I said, how did that happen? He said, it need oil. And so he put oil on it, and then it moved. Nobody told me I needed to put oil on it. So, but that's that onboard bobbin winder. A lot of people just use the standalone, and I like the onboard bobbin winder. So, yeah. I learned something. You always learn something new. But my gammo is fine. Anything that I had to replace other than like normal wear and tear items was because of operator error on that part. And I think I did a video like one thing I had to replace was a power switch, like an AB switch. It was just a bad one. That could happen when you're buying stuff in bulk. It only lasted like 3 months, but they just sent it to me for free. So I didn't even have to pay for it. And the onboard bobbin winder is my fault. And then I've had to replace my check springs, which are normal wear and tear. That's what keeps your thread in the tension guide. So my gammo has been really sweet to me. Hasn't had, they tell you to have it serviced, but my guy says that you don't really have to have it serviced as long as you keep it oiled, keep it clean, And he says you only really need to get service on it when it's a problem. So if you learn how to do small maintenance things to it, you can keep going for a long time on that gamma. I got mine in 2016, so it's been exactly 5 years, January of 2016. So it's been exactly 5 years. And I haven't had major issues. Virgie says, that's how we learn. Yep. Elizabeth says, good to know. Deborah Holloway says, hi, T. I got my package, and I love all the fabric choices. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to whenever I can put mine together as well. I got my kit back here. I'm like, you got too much to do, girl. Just put it up. So it's nice to know that 2 people at least have already started sewing on their kit. So all right. So I think I'm gonna, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get to 11 and it's 11:06. I'm trying to sew until 11 p.m. and I have gone clear over the mark. That's okay. Okay, so I just need to press these open. So let's see what else has been said in here. People are starting to say good night. They know it's getting time. I've been over. Y'all didn't tell me this. T, it's after 11. That is funny. Okay, almost to half of center being piece. Gonna bid everyone a good night. Good night, Kevin. I'm sure he's gone. I'm 2 minutes late. Good night. Battery is very low. That's to Elizabeth. So we're all going to get off here. We stay as long as you do. That's Melissa. That is funny. Cool gal. Hold on. That's Tiffany is next. Hold on. I would have bought a kit tee, but been saving money for my Vegas trip next Friday. Just have fun, honey. My niece called me today. I'm the money holder. You give me money, and you say you're saving for something, and you give me money and tell me to hold it, and then they come back, they need a new tire or something, and they say, can I get some of that money on my tire? I need to get a new tire. I said, no, you can't get that money. You're going to have to figure something else out. You gave me this for such and such. And I make people stick to their goals. So my niece come texting me today, telling me, can I give you some money to hold for me until June 1st? I say, well, if you give me money, you're not going to get it back on May 31st or May 30th. You'll get it on June 1st, the month of June. Because she said until the month of June. And so she goes, I know, that's why I'm giving it to you. I said, okay, I'm the banker over here in my family. That is so funny. June Hansen says, good night all, see you later. Hold on, that's a quote that says, I can't even get all my 1099 forms because of this screwed up mail system. So I'm glad we have until July 15th now. Now, I didn't know we had until July 15th, but I just need to get my stuff done. It's a mess. I got to do that yet. June says, good night, everybody. Regina says, good night. I enjoyed this. Good night, Regina. Carla says, good night, T, and everyone. Sweet dreams. Jill Thomas says, good night, T, and everyone. Sleep well. I didn't get off work till 12:15. I don't get off work until 12:15. Okay. So you ain't got nothing but time. Soap and Girl says, enjoyed the evening. Good night. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Regina says, Tiffany, love to you, and prayers into your surgery. Yes, exactly. Let's not forget to keep Tiffany in prayers when you go into surgery. Them surgeons need to be prayed up on, their hands and their team. So let's keep Tiffany in your prayers, as well as all the other people that just need prayers. That's why I say just do global prayers for your quilting family. That includes all of us, even the ones online. Just do a global prayer for us, because we're all needing them. So we're going to go ahead and end here at 11:09. It'll probably be 11:10 in a few seconds. But thank you all so much for coming. Even when I don't want to do live chats, I'm glad that I still come on and do them anyway, because I always leave in a better spirit than when I came on, and that's what you all do for me. So even though I'm dragging my feet getting in here, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I feel like I need to have something for you guys if I come and not just chat, but I'm glad that you all are also a part of my world, even if it's only meeting you here. But I have met some of you in person because of my YouTube channel that I would have never met otherwise. So just know that I'm grateful for you all as well. Thank you all so much. Stay blessed. Stay safe, everyone, and quilt out.